Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am the pick a card Empress, and today we're channeling an urgent message from your guides. Welcome to all my new subbies. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and helping my channel grow. I really do appreciate it. And if you are in a twin flame or higher level soulmate dynamic, I do readings for those collectives on my other channel, Made for Love. Okay, so today we have 3 piles, and if you know me, you know that I like brooches, especially big brooches. So pile number 1, you have this flower. Okay. Pile number 2, you have this like green and pearl star. And pile number 3, you have this like swirl. It's a pink swirl. The camera is not really picking up the colors really well because this is really gorgeous. Okay. All right. So do your thing. Pick your pile, and then we're gonna look at what your spirit guides need you to know right now. Hey, pile 1. So welcome to your reading. So you chose this flower. So I'm just gonna put it here, and let's see what is the message from your guides. What do you want to talk about? They want to talk about self-control. This is interesting. Okay, so what's going on here? I don't know. It says self-control, but what I'm getting is like something with energetic or emotional sovereignty. Like there are all these people waiting to get into your energy, your vibration. But Spirit said you got to connect to your higher self, connect to source energy, and keep yourself sovereign. Okay, so there might be energetic interference, but this could be your own fears, your own inner demons as well. Maybe you're overthinking shit. So Spirit is saying right now, you need to focus on your higher self and focus on Spirit. Okay, focus on source energy to keep yourself in balance. They're also asking you to keep yourself in your heart space. Don't let your mind and your fears and other people's opinions and other people's interference encroach on your sovereignty and your energy. Now it's a card number 50, which reduced to 5, which is the Hierophant. So it looks like this is some kind of spiritual lesson that you've chosen to learn in this lifetime. So let's pull some cards on it, and then we're going to go deeper. Okay, Spirit, tell me about this self-control card. I might still read from the book, but I prefer to get my own intuitive messages first and then read from the book, because I want to see what they're saying about that. We have the 9 of Cups. Yeah, this is about you, going after what you want, loving yourself. Okay, going after your dreams, your goals. Again, this is about sovereignty. It's about sovereignty. Now we have a 6 of Swords in reverse. What is that about? That's about being stuck on something. All right, let's see. Spirit, why'd you give us self-control? I'm going to read it from the book, but let me see what I get intuitively first. What do they want to tell you about self-control and the higher self? We have the 2 of Swords, and that's usually about mental conflict or just conflict within and without. We have 3 of Swords in reverse. Okay, that's about heart healing. It's also about releasing some kind of third-party energy, getting over heartbreak. We have 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so sometimes that means karma or karmic lesson, especially when that lesson is about equal give and take in relationships. And we have King of Wands in reverse. So it looks like you've been giving your power away to something or someone. It could be giving your power away to your fears, your own inner demons, your wounded, your low self-esteem. But there's something here that's preventing you from standing in your power. And it looks like this is a karmic lesson for you. Okay? And Spirit says when you finally learn this lesson, and it's a lesson in self-love, you're not going to attract people and situations into your life that generate conflict or conflicting with who you are, okay, and what you believe in, okay? So all that mental energy that you have now that keeps you stuck, okay, it's not going to be there anymore when you finally learn that lesson in self-love. But Spirit is saying you've been giving your power away to some kind of karmic situation, some kind of karmic lesson. For some of you, you've been overgiven in some kind of relationship. It could even be a relationship at work, because Pentacles is about work, it's about money as well. You may have even been given financially to someone. But Spirit says all this is giving your power away. But Spirit says when you heal your heart or release some kind of third-party situation, you're going to release all this stuck energy and all this conflict that's in your life. Let me read from the book, and then we'll proceed. Go even deeper into the reading. Let's see. It's a card number 50. So let's see what's going on here. Let's see what they want to tell you about self-control. It says restraint, detachment, composure, and relaxation. It says your higher self is advising you to keep your emotions in check through these times of change and transition. Be on guard as well against being manipulated emotionally by fear and by the fear and drama of those around you. Exactly. Change is in the air, and the uncertainty at hand is stirring up a lot of anxiety and insecurity. Recognize the potential stress and choose to brave the volatile storm by remaining cool, calm, and collected. Whatever you do, don't allow yourself to succumb to the seductive and addictive appeal of high drama as a way of expending the excess adrenaline coursing through your veins. Go for a run or work out at the gym. Use your anxiety physically rather than emotionally, and protect yourself against the fear-provoking actions of others. Exactly. Yes, it's difficult to face the unknown, but your higher self calmly assures you that no matter what challenges you encounter, you can handle everything beautifully if you remain detached, relaxed, and grounded. Your higher self's message today is stay cool. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of upheaval and conflict, and maybe even now, conflict in your environment, okay? But Spirit is asking you to stay detached from that and stay on this balance and even keel, and don't give your power away to the fears, your own inner demons, to the fears of others, okay? You just stay centered in your heart space and connected to Spirit, okay? Let's see if they have anything further to say about this, and then we'll ask for additional messages. This is the ancestral part tarot. Let's see if there's anything further that they want to say about this self-control, which is about detachment and not giving into your own fears and the fears of others. Let's see. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse, and that talks about lax boundaries. It often talks about someone who's verbally abusive, but this is a karmic energy, okay? It's someone who uses their thoughts inappropriately. It could be overthinking, it could be anxiety as well, okay? So let's see. We have 10 of Wands in reverse. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. We have Ace of Pentacles. We have the Star card in reverse. Aquarius. And then we have the Moon. So Spirit is saying at this time, you're going to feel a little more emotionally drained and burdened than usual. And not just emotionally, maybe even physically burdened, okay? It could be by some baggage from the past, or it could even be a burdensome situation now. Spirit is saying that there's going to be some kind of breakthrough, okay? This is happening to highlight your woundedness, highlight the areas in your life that you still need to heal, okay? It's going to bring up a lot of shadows for you, okay? Well, look, we have the Moon. A lot of shadows, a lot of things from your subconscious or even your unconscious may emerge, okay? Things that you may have either consciously chosen to disregard or unconsciously buried, okay, for whatever particular reason. But there are going to be a lot of shadows, and not just emerging in you, but also emerging within others. Now, some of these shadows, okay, ancestral. Look at this older woman coming out of the unconscious here, which is represented by the water. So some of these things are unconscious ancestral patterns that are going to be revealed. They are going to be illuminated by this moon. Okay, this moon is drawing this whole shit to the surface, which is interesting because I think we have the Libra new moon as I read this. But whenever you encounter this reading, it's going to be the right time. Okay, so this moon, whatever is happening right now, okay, it's bringing up a lot of shadows, and it's all to bring you your person, your situation, your life into balance and into perfect stability with this Ace of Pentacles. But Spirit is saying, before you get to this clear path ahead, before you get to this stability, before you get to this healing that Spirit is guiding you to, there's going to be some rough waters. You're gonna feel drained, and other people are going to try to drain you because they too are going to be looking for escape from their own shadows and from their own baggage. But Spirit is saying right now, you have to be as steady as a rock. You have to embody the energy of earth. You have to embody energy. Imagine a big tree with massive roots going down to the ground. You have to pretend that you are that tree and you just stay as solid as a rock. Don't give in, Spirit is saying, to any drama that is going on around. You have your own shit to process, okay? And it looks like a lot of things are going to be emerging. So let's pull some cards on these, okay? Let's see this moon energy. We have the Knight of Swords. You're going to be downloading so much truth about your situation, about yourself, and about those around you. Okay, there's going to be clarity. So usually the moon represents illusion, but with this moon, there's going to be a lot of clarity that's going to come to you. And it's going to allow you to free yourself from somewhere that you may have been stuck before. It's going to mark this total transformation of your life. And it's going to be the epitome of being woke, okay? It's going to be the epitome of being woke with this Judgment card, okay? You're going to see everything clearly with this moon that's happening. Now, let's see this Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to see truth. And aces are always about new beginnings. So it's solid new beginnings based on truth. There's no more illusion. You're going to be seeing everything clearly. Now, especially the parts of yourself that are still wounding. You know, as intuitives, we always think, okay, well, we know there's a kind of, I can't call it spiritual ego. A spiritual superiority that sometimes we can feel when we've been on a particular spiritual journey for a while. But we have to always remind ourselves that healing is an infinite process. Once we are here on this earth plane, we are meant to heal something. There's always something for healing, right? Okay, so you're going to see those parts of yourself, okay, that have previously been hidden. Okay, High Priestess usually represents illusion. They're no longer going to be any illusions. You're going to see yourself and other people very clearly. And you're going to see the pain that you didn't want to face, or the pain that you have buried. You're going to see it very clearly. But this is all to bring you into the stability of the King of Pentacles. Now let's see what's this 10 of Wands reverse. That usually, for me, that is my burnt out card. That is burdens and responsibilities card. And that is also baggage from the past card. So let's see what that is. Even ancestral baggage. Yes. Spirit is saying this is to bring you back into balance, because previously you've been operating out of your own wounding, ancestral wounding and trauma, and even past life wounding. So everything is coming to the surface to bring you into balance and into that energy of the 10 of Cups. And then you're going to embark on a whole new journey. So a lot of you with this new moon, you're going to be graduating from a particular module. You will learn a particular lesson all this time. It looks like you finally graduate. You master your emotions, and then you move on to the next healing module with this new moon. And there's a big chapter that is going to close off for you. Okay? Okay. We're going to ask Spirit now if there are any additional messages. So besides this message about self-control, staying centered and staying in your heart space and being as solid as a tree or a rock, I'm going to ask message in the spirit now, your spirit guides, if there are any further messages that they want you to know at this time. I've combined several decks. The Hidden Truth Oracle, Love Messages, and a Shadows deck in this pile. So whatever comes through is going to be what you need to know. Okay. All right, let's say the Shadow card. I always like to get the bad news first. Now, there's something about being envious. And even though envy and jealousy is two different things, I'm going to put them together here, okay? So it looks like you are looking on at something, okay? And there's this shadow that is being highlighted in you. It's a shadow of envy. Okay, and envy and jealousy come from a place of fear and from a place of feeling inferior to others. Okay, so what you're meant to do when this arises, you're to allow that to die. And this is going to make the way for transformation. You see, you're going to recognize that it makes no sense being jealous or envious of anybody else, because you are you. You are totally unique, and only you can have an A+ in being you. Okay, no one compares to you, and you should not compare yourself or your life or your money or whatever it is to other people's situation. Okay, it's very low vibing, and it's keeping you from recognizing the beauty and the unique person and divine being that you are. Okay, I'm gonna pull cards on it, but that's what I got intuitively. Now we have finances coming through. Financial challenges are affecting this connection. Okay, so it looks like this might be a love connection or work connection that is coming through here. And Spirit's letting you know that there's been some kind of financial upheaval or financial imperative that has been impacting your connection. Now, whether that financial imperative is on your side, your person's side, or maybe you guys accepted jobs that were far away from each other, maybe your person's codependent on a toxic job or a toxic relationship for money, whatever it is, it looks like finances play a big role here. Or maybe just your philosophy and your attitude to the material world is affecting the relationship. So I'm going to pull cards. Now we have obsession. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. And remember, we have envy and jealousy. So this could definitely be a person coming through. They're looking on at your life, seeing that you are on top of the world. And they could be quite envious or jealous. Maybe they're thinking that you're with somebody else. Maybe they're thinking that you're moving on, and they're consumed by thoughts of you with somebody else, moving on, leaving them, abandoning them. You know how that loop goes. But if this person is your twin or higher level soulmate, this is also mirrored in you. And sometimes when we have shadows that we don't want to acknowledge, we can sometimes display to the outer world that we are on the opposite end of that spectrum. So deep inside, we could be as jealous as they come, and we feel like stabbing somebody in the back. But on the outside, we display love and light. I'm above all of that. I feel jealous. Never. All right? But inside, we're there just eating up with it, right? Okay? It's like, no. I don't mind you talking to somebody else. Please do. I'm above jealousy. No, you go right ahead and look at her ass. Okay? I'm above that. I'm a divine being of love and light. But as long as we are embodying that energy, then we're not going to face that shadow. And I think that message came through on my other channel the other day, the message from the ancestors. And they were talking about specifically someone who had a sex addiction. And they were talking about sometimes, and that was Chuck Spezzano. And he was talking about in the write-up for the particular card, he was talking about it's like someone who has a sex addiction, but they might check themselves into a convent, or might be extra pious, or might be celibate for a very long time. That is them running from their shadow. That's not them dealing with the shadow. So it's the same thing with envy and jealousy. Sometimes we have that shadow there, but the outside world, we're pretending or even lying to ourselves that we have it, because you know, we are ashamed of that particular shadow. We don't want to admit that to ourselves. So there's that. And then we have spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. So Spirit is saying, your significant other, okay, whoever you're on a particular journey with right now, they're here to show you a particular lesson. And I think it's about mirroring back to you yourself. And sometimes that's a hard pill for us to swallow, that our counterpart is us and a reflection of us. Okay, but you know, it's the truth. If we're being radically objective, we would see that it is the truth. All right, so Spirit, tell us about this envious card. We have Six of Cups. So this is related to your soulmate, okay? Okay. And they're trying to be strong right now, trying to hold back on their emotions, but know that they are looking on at you, your life, your situation, and transformation that you have made, and they're being eaten up inside with envy and jealousy. Envy for your life and jealousy for anyone who might be in your inner circle right now, or who might be enjoying your attention. But they're not showing you. They're hiding behind a mask here. Okay? Pretending I'm okay. And you might be doing the same. You might be doing the same. Pretending that I'm okay. I'm not jealous of me. I'm not jealous. Okay? You're holding back your emotions. But as long as you're holding back, you're not really dealing with the issue of how you feel. So it's good to admit it to yourself. Okay, well, I do feel jealous. And you have to ask yourself, well, why do I feel jealous? What shadow is that triggering in me? Okay, why do I feel this sort of low vibrational energy? And it all comes down to how you perceive yourself and some sort of self-esteem issue. You feel like you can't compete, or this person is better than you, or whatever it is. Okay. Now they're talking about finances are affecting this connection. Yeah, Eight of Cups. Somebody is leaving. Man in reverse. Somebody's finally taking action. Okay, moving on from that energy. Okay, so it looks like someone may have chosen another relationship with you. And look, we have Eight of Swords in reverse. May have chosen another relationship, or maybe even a job over you. Okay, but it looks like they're walking away from that now. They were operating at the time in lack mentality, and they thought that they would have found something more abundant elsewhere. Okay, but that was a lie. So they're walking away from that situation right now, whether it's a job, a parent, an intimate partner. They're walking away because they can't stop thinking about you, and quite frankly, you can't stop thinking about them either. Both of you guys grieving this relationship. Both of you guys are grieving. But Spirit is to let you know that you guys came together for a purpose, and it is to provoke healing. Both of you guys are healing each other with the Star card. Okay? Yeah. And it's allowing you guys to release whatever doesn't serve you. Whatever it is. It might be ancestral patterns. It might be wounded from the past. But whatever it is, you guys are meant to trigger each other to release any kind of codependent energies. Okay? All right. So let's get the last bit of advice. And this is going to be a reading, Power One. Underneath the deck, the Warrior. Woo, somebody coming to fight for you. All right, let's see what this is all about. What's the message here? We have Complicated. And it's a card number. It looks like a number 11. Is it? Let me see. One moment, guys. Yeah, it's a number 11. So that's justice, and it's also something that's karmic. So your person might be in a karmic situation, whether it's with a job, a parent, whatever it is. But Spirit said there's a lot more going on that you could possibly imagine at this time. But everything is going to work out for the highest good of all involved. There's a lot of karma that's being balanced right now. And remember, it started off with balance when we're talking about the Libra new moon. So a lot of things are being brought into balance. But before things are stabilized, things have to be shaken up. All right, so let's see card number 11. Let's see what's the message there. My sweet one, wouldn't it be nice if life were always simple and things were obvious and transparent? Drawing this card reminds you that sometimes there are so many elements to consider that it can be next to impossible to understand them all in the moment, especially when you want to find an answer. Right now, things are complex, and only time will help you put all the pieces of the puzzle together. Just remember, simple can also be boring, and complications can make for deeper, more mature experiences. Don't try to figure this one out. Just be open and follow the threads of life's mysterious web. So there are a lot of elements to your situation, and some you just don't know about. But Spirit is saying that you have to trust that whatever is happening has been orchestrated by your guides, by the divine, by your council of light, by source energy, to give you a more enriching and more mature experience. And you're going to come out on the other side of this stronger, wiser, and more equipped than you did when you came in. Okay? And you might have even noticed that already. You're definitely not the same person that you are since you came onto this particular journey. Okay? All right, my loves, that was your reading. I hope that helped you. Take care. Bye. Hey, pal, too. If you chose the star, this green and pearl star, this is your reading. Okay? So let's see what you guys want to talk about. They want to talk about priorities. And there's a lesson that you need to master here. Okay? Spirit is saying they want you to have a higher perspective on your life and really start prioritizing. It looks like your spiritual journey, leaving all these material things behind. Because look, there's a broken heart here. Okay, because this heart is broken. There's some clothes, some baggage. Things are representing material things. This box is green, so this could be in your heart space. So you're harboring all sorts of different things in your heart space. Spirit saying, let it go. Let it go. And see things from a higher perspective. They happened for a reason to propel you onto this path that you are now on. I'm going to read it from the book, but I want to see what I get intuitively first. And then we're going to get those other messages. One moment, guys. Sorry, guys. That was my mom calling on me. You guys know that my dad had a heart attack. So, I got to be on call, right? Which is interesting that we had that broken heart in that box. So for some of you guys, right now you have to prioritize your health. You have to prioritize yourself, okay? Some of you guys might have to prioritize family obligations, whatever it is. But there's something here about releasing the things that don't serve you, and looking ahead to the future and leaving all the baggage behind. Let's pull some cards on that, guys. Let's see what this is all about. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. Move ahead. Okay, and it looks like there's going to be this like big shift of progress in your life, but you can only really take advantage of it if you really prioritize. Okay, let's see what Spirit wants you. Woo. We have the Hangman in reverse, Pisces energy. We have a Stay Safe reverse. No, Stay Safe in the upright. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Death card. Okay, so what's going on here? All right, so this card is actually number 12, which is the Hangman. And then the Hangman comes back again. So there's something that you weren't seeing clearly. Something about a comfort zone that you were staying in. And it could be if you're in a relationship, you were staying in a comfort zone where the person was not given equally to the connection. They were not putting in the effort. Spirit saying, if you want this relationship to alchemize, to change, to transform, you got to move on. You got to release it and just move on and prioritize yourself. Now, there's also another message here about your journey, your healing. Okay, so it looks like, again, you weren't seeing yourself clearly. You've been stuck in a comfort zone, and in this comfort zone there's a lot of things that no longer resonate with who you are. Your past relationships and the heartbreak there, maybe your attachment to the material world, maybe there's some family pain and trauma. Whatever it is, Spirit is saying leave them all behind. Okay, leave that comfort zone behind. Okay, it no longer serves you. Okay, it's my no longer serves you card, right? It no longer serves you. It's no longer beneficial to your life. There's this big transformation that Spirit is guiding you to. Okay, and all you have to do is listen. There's going to be divine intervention here. Look, all these hands coming from the heavens. So there's going to be divine intervention. You just got to roll with it. Okay, and stop holding on to what no longer works. Okay. Let's see card 12. I'm going to read it from the book, and then we're going to get some additional messages. See if Spirit wants to elucidate further. All right, so we have priorities, the master teacher, and this is all about choice. It's about reflections. It's about decisions and commitment. It says, for every new ambition, relationship, and experience you seek at this time, there's a commitment in place that must be eliminated to make way for the new. So there's some kind of commitment, contracts, comfort zone that you are in that must be eliminated to make way for this new experience. Current routines, habits, and even types of free time must be sacrificed so that you can open up to new energy. So Spirit saying it's going to be a total disruption of your usual routine. Everything that you have come to rely upon that has felt safe, it is going to be disrupted at this time because Spirit is going to give you a little shake up. Okay, you are moving. My father calls it shift your carcass, right? You weren't shifting, so Spirit going to shift it for you. All right, so it says your master teacher is present, so there might be even a new spirit guide coming forward to help you with some kind of particular thing. It says urging you to identify what must go. Be honest in your assessment and be realistic and thoughtful in setting your goals so that you don't overreach and fail. It says your master teacher reminds you that even though the universe does support your heart, it does not allow you to bypass the work necessary to manifest your desires. So Spirit is all for you manifesting your desires, but Spirit is saying it's progress. It's a journey. You can't just teleport from one place to another. Okay, you got to walk that journey. You got to walk that road. Okay, so it says, in other words, you reap what you sow. And the best way to systematically move towards your priorities. Okay, and the best way is to systematically move towards your priorities while simultaneously discarding what no longer serves you. If you want to lose 10 pounds, you must release jelly donuts. If you want to work for yourself, you must let go of the need for others to take care of you. If you want to create a new love relationship, you mustn't brood over past heartbreaks any longer. The message from your master teacher is to reach for something greater. You must first let go of what is in your hand. Take that, right? So Spirit is saying there's something that you are holding on to, something that you're holding on so tight. But as long as you're holding on tightly, you can't receive. You can't receive. You got to let it go, whatever it is. And whatever you are thinking about right now that you need to let go is what it is. You already know what you have to let go of. Spirit saying, unclench those fists. Stop holding on too tightly. Just open to receive, okay? All right. Let us see if your spirit guides have anything further to say on this particular issue. If there's anything further. Messages for pile 2. Let's see if there's anything further. Okay, we have the 3 of Pentacles. So for some of you guys, there is a third party situation. For others, you guys, there's some kind of collaborative effort that's no longer working. And for others of you, there is some kind of job that no longer serves you. It's actually keeping you back from progress, okay? Let's see what this is. We have the Lovers. So again, third party comes through because the Lovers is always about a choice. So Spirit, there's a message coming through about your love life. So there's some kind of pattern or even a relationship that you need to let go of. We have the Lovers. We have the 6 of Swords in reverse, which is a card about being stuck and wounded. We have the ancestral path tarot. So Spirit saying, right now you're holding a progress. Okay, you are not on your path because you're choosing to remain stuck. And there is a Prince of Cups and Knight of Cups in reverse, which is a Pisces in reverse. Okay, you're not. So there's something here about. Now, this person could be a karmic energy, not showing their emotions, or they're unable to connect to their heart space, and you're still holding on to this person, even though this person isn't giving you any kind of solid offer. But Spirit saying right now you have to make a decision about your love life. Whether it's to release this person, release some kind of pattern connected to this person, release some kind of pain or hurt that you experience in this relationship, okay? Or even open up your heart to this person, because this could be you having your heart closed off because there's something that happened here that hurt you. Spirit saying right now this path is being blocked because of your indecisiveness. You got to make a decision. All right, let's pull some cards on it, okay? Let's see what's going on, guys. All right, Spirit, talk to us about the Lovers, because I think this is a major arcana here. So Gemini coming through. Four of Swords in reverse. Four of Cups. Ooh. Empress in reverse. And Six of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you're not standing in your power. All right, you've been giving your power away to this relationship or this connection or this person, okay? It looks like you got hurt here. This person, they couldn't recognize what you were offering. They couldn't recognize the totality of you, and they may have even gone in the direction of some kind of karmic. Look at this, the distorted Empress here, okay? They could have gone in the direction of another karmic. What am I saying, another karmic? Maybe your person has even more than one karmic, okay? So it looks like they went in a different direction, went into the direction of this distorted feminine. And distorted feminine energy is energy that's codependent, clingy, and manipulative, okay? And maybe it really impacted your self-esteem. Six of Wands in reverse, okay? It really impacted your self-esteem, made you feel worth it. But Spirit saying right now, it looks like this person isn't giving you the commitment that you deserve, and you are still holding on to this relationship, okay? You are still overgiving this relationship. Spirit is asking you. Spirit is saying that you're not to make anybody a priority who's not making you a priority. Spirit is saying right now, it's time to move on. Now, it doesn't mean that you move on for good, but it definitely means that you might need to move on from this connection right now because it's just not serving you, okay? Now, you might need to move on from the pain that you experience when this person may not have chosen you, okay? Maybe that is hampering the relationship, all the resentment from the past, all the pain and the bitterness, okay? Might be blocking your path, might be blocking your heart, okay? Spirit saying you might have to leave that broken heart behind, that baggage behind, in order to progress. Let's see the Six of Swords in reverse. Page of Pentacles in reverse. The Moon. The Fool. And the Seven of Pentacles. So Spirit is saying right now it looks like this person isn't investing in this relationship, or you have to take it either way. It's either they aren't investing in this relationship right now. I mean, it looks like they're not even giving a pentacle to it, okay? Or they didn't invest in this relationship in the past. They're asking you to follow your intuition. And right now, Spirit is saying, focus on your own journey, okay? Focus on you moving ahead, okay? If this person is not reciprocating in the manner in which you deserve, it's really a walk away for now situation, or a walk away completely, okay? Let's see this ancestral path in reverse. Two of Swords. Spirit saying your indecision right now is blocking this path. Spirit saying you got to make a decision, okay? You got to prioritize. You got to release that comfort zone that you've been staying in. Some of you should watch Pile 1, okay? It's time to heal and focus on your healing journey. Know that this person does love you, though. They have a lot of emotions, but it looks like they're not saying anything about it. Maybe they are not choosing to walk this path right now, and that's okay. If they want to stay in their comfort zone and be confused, that's all right. But you shouldn't allow them to confuse you. You know exactly the direction that you are heading in. I see this person, it looks like they're spying on you. Okay, they have a lot of fears surrounding this relationship, and that's why they haven't made a decision. But you don't have to wait until they make a decision in order for you to make a decision, because that is giving your power away. Right now, Spirit is asking you to make a choice. Prioritize. And you cannot prioritize someone who's not prioritizing you. Let's see this Prince of Cups in reverse. Let's see what this is. King of Swords. So it looks like this is your counterpart. Like they know the truth about you and this connection and how they feel, but they aren't saying shit about it. And that tells me that this person isn't ready for any kind of commitment right now. Look, Hierophant in reverse. Yeah. It looks like they're with a karmic. Look here again. The distorted feminine, Empress in reverse. Okay, so they know exactly how they feel, but they're not giving you that commitment, and they're staying with this karmic energy. Spirit saying walk away. Walk away. They're in this codependent cycle, and as long as you are staying there, you are also part of that codependent cycle. Okay, Spirit saying walk away from that. It's too burdensome now. You have to move ahead. If they want to stay stuck, that's their business. They have free will. But they shouldn't expect that you should stay stuck with them. All right. Let's see if Spirit has any other messages for you at this time. We have spiritual lesson. Okay. Guys can definitely watch Power One, okay? It says this person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. Okay. So we're going to clarify and see what that lesson is all about. We have finances also came up in Power One. Financial challenges are affecting this connection. So it's definitely about love they're speaking about right now. Okay. So this person may be stuck in another situation because they have people that are dependent on them, or they are dependent on someone else for their financial abundance or something like that. But whatever it is, it looks like this person's operating some kind of poverty consciousness. They might have even chosen a job, maybe a long distance job over you, but there's something about finances. Yeah, this person, I hide behind material things. So this person may have chosen the material world over you. But if this person is your twin or your soulmate, to some degree, it looks like you might be doing the same thing. Maybe you also hide behind material things and abundance. Maybe you lose yourself in the material world in order to hide from your pain. Okay? So there's that message that's coming through that you might need to look at as well. It says obsession. And this came off of Power One too. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. So they're thinking about you and they can't stop thinking about you, but at the same time, they're not taking action towards you. All right? You don't know how hard it was to let you go. So I do feel like this person may have chosen somebody else, okay, instead of this connection. And it was a difficult choice, but it looks like they chose something that they thought might have been more financially viable. Let's see what's the spiritual lesson that this person has come to teach you. We have the Three of Cups. And that's about, it's a card of celebration, but I ain't getting that. This is a card about addictions, toxicity, and codependency. This person is meant to take you from that Three of Cups and into the Ten of Cups, where you are quite content, balanced, and stable on your own and no longer relying on anyone. And this is what's going to allow you to move forward and take charge of your life, because the Chariot is about taking charge of your life. It's about using your own free will to move forward and be abundant. So that's what they're teaching you, how to move out from codependency. Or you may have even had some kind of karmic pattern of being part of like third-party encounters. Okay, so this is about breaking that particular cycle, and that might have been a cycle that you were in for many lifetimes. Let's see finances. It says financial challenges are affecting this connection. Maybe this person doesn't feel like they're on your level financially. We have Seven of Wands. the top. Right. So your person, it looks like they're defensive right now. Okay. Look at another karmic. In my readings, all reverse court cards are karmic energy. And this is a gold digging karmic. So they might be with someone who is a gold digger, but they are also vibrating in this energy of lack and of greed as well. And they are being very defensive against you right now because there's some kind of structure in their life that they don't want to crumble and fall. Some kind of structure that gives them some kind of ego stroke. Okay, they don't want this tower moment to happen. So they have a lot of epiphanies about you. They know who you are. They know that you are the lover. Okay, but they're still holding on to a comfort zone because there's some kind of financial stability that they experience there. And they have to hold on to that because this person is accustomed to hiding behind material things. They hide their pain, they hide their insecurities behind those material things. But it looks like that is going to crumble in order for your person to receive the deepest healing. Spirit is also saying that this is something that you have to heal as well. Okay, something that you have to move on from. You have to see the mental clarity about yourself and about your situation, and you need to move on. Spirit is saying this is a walk away situation. So it's a walk away for now, and you will know if it's a walk away forever. But right now, this person, they are holding on to some comfort zone, and they will continue to hold on to some kind of comfort zone as long as you are there in the mix. Now they think about you a whole lot. Okay, they might even think about the hurt that they caused you, the hurt and pain, and this really bothers them. They're 2021. It's not going great. Whatever you watch this in, it's not going great because they want to be there for you. King of Pentacles, they want to be there for you. Their vibration has risen since you guys may have parted ways. Okay, but they are still holding on to a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. But their vibration is already rising. So it's just a comfort zone. They're no longer resonating with whatever they're with, but they're still holding on because that's what they know. And they're saying they may have let you go, but they never forgot you. Their heart didn't let you go. Yeah, it was very hard. It was very hard for them. But they gave their power away. It looks like it's some kind of karmic situation. They know that they cause you hurt and pain, and they know that you are the one with that Two of Cups. Yeah. They regret not standing in their power. They regret allowing other people to interfere with that Five of Wands. So let's get a last card of advice, and this is going to close off your reading. Yeah, Spirit saying know your worth. Look at here, self-worth. Know your worth. And if this person just cannot honor who you are and they're not treating you the way that you deserve to be treated, it's a move on for now. Leave it all behind. If they're to catch up, they will. We have here Vision Aphrodite. And I'm hearing that song. I had a vision of love. So maybe there's a message. And it was more than you'd given to me. Okay, so okay. Yeah, I had a vision of it, and it was more than you'd given to me. Right. Exactly. So, it's about, not settling for less than you deserve and standing in your power. It's a card number 8. And it's also about following your intuition and knowing exactly who you are and what you bring to the table. Okay. And if this person just can't level up to meet you, you got to walk away. They're not a vibrational match at this time. Let's see card number 8. So you can't prioritize them. It says when you choose a symbol, it means that no matter what you lose in your life, something better will replace it. So don't be afraid to be alone. Because know that even when you walk away, even when you release, when you open your hand, Spirit is going to put something even better inside of it. So it says, one day in my house of night, there will be a young, beautiful vampire who will lose her mark but gain great vision into the future. Even if a loss feels devastating in the moment, you still have so much to gain. If your question is about the future, choose another card. So I'll choose another card for you. The magical vision that you will receive here gives you temporary power to see the future as a vast place full of possibility and potential. Your next card will provide insight into the conditions ahead of you. To know the future is to be prepared. So let's see what's the next card. So Spirit says you have vision and you have your knowing and you have to follow it. It says loyalty. And it's a card number 33, and that's about your spiritual path and your spiritual gifts. So Spirit said right now, you need to be loyal to yourself and your spiritual path. I'm going to read loyalty just in case there's anything different. That's a card number 33. Now 33 does reduce to 6. So let's see. Exactly. If you have chosen the symbol of loyalty, this means you're being called to stand up for who you are and what you believe in. So it's about your principles, your integrity, and your spiritual and religious beliefs. Do you know the story of the beautiful red vampire who saw the good in another and remained steadfast in her love against all odds? Loyalty is tested at times, and you may be asked to assess whether others deserve your loyalty. Sometimes you find yourself in a position where it's difficult to speak up for another person, a cause, or even for yourself. Now's the time to be faithful to your best qualities and leave the rest behind. This is a true test of character. I know you will choose rightly. Stand up for what you believe and be loyal only to what is true and good. All right? An obsession is not true and good. Okay? And poverty consciousness is not true and good. And hiding behind a mask is not true and good. Okay? And staying there with someone else who has someone else who doesn't know, or you guys haven't agreed to it. And it's not some kind of polyamorous relationship where you guys, all three parties or 4 or 5 or whatever, agree to this thing. That's not true and good. Okay? That's you compromising yourself and your principles. So Spirit's saying right now, you have to stand up for who you are. Don't give. Never surrender. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in this reading. Grateful for your likes, shares, subscribes. They all help the channel grow. And if you're able to go a step further and interact with any of the ads I may play during this reading, that's a beautiful energy exchange for me and any reader that you enjoy, because it keeps us independent and on YouTube. All right, my loves. Take care. Bye. Hey, pile 3. If you chose this jewel swirl, I don't know how else to describe it. Maybe it's a flower unfolding. I don't know. Right, this is your reading. So let's see, what is the significance? What is the message from your ancestors? Well, they're telling you right up. There's no unpacking or clarification needed. They said rest your ass. They said you need rest. You need to rest. You are exhausted, whether it is mentally, might even be spiritually. You need to recharge. And Spirit said you need to get out in nature. You need to go read a good book. Listen to your spirit. Guys, you need to rest. And Spirit saying when you rest is when you're going to find a lot of peace. And this is when you're going to be able to communicate properly with the spirit world. Some of you might even be blocked at this point in time. And that's because you are exhausted. It's like you've been on a long journey. You are exhausted. Some of you right now are embodying divine masculine energy, or maybe the exhaustion is connected to your divine masculine, because there's a stag here, which is a symbol of divine masculine energy. Spirit's saying right now, peace be still. Peace be still. You just have to rest. Maybe you need a break from your journey or your love connection. It's a card number 24, which reduced to 6. And 6 about the lovers. Maybe you just need a bloody break. Spirit saying rest. And Spirit saying when you rest and you have this peace within your soul, you're going to be able to receive the messages more directly, and whatever you need to know for guidance, it will come to you naturally. But right now, Spirit might even be blocking you from getting messages right now because you are exhausted. And anytime you open up yourself to the spirit world when you are exhausted, you can easily compromise yourself and get in contact with low vibrating energies because you are not vibrating at your highest. Spirit saying rest. It's time to rest. Go out in nature, go by the beach, whatever it is. Disconnect from the world. Let's see what else they want to say with that. Let's clarify. But I think that's as straight as it comes. You need to rest. Here we have the Fool. It's about listening to your intuition. This is about a preparation for a new journey. Okay? And you know, the Fool comes up when a particular journey is at an end and you're about to begin a new journey. So Spirit's saying rest up because it looks like there's some kind of new cycle that's about to start. Okay? They want you to listen to your intuition right now. All right, let's have a look. Spirit, what is this rest card about? We have the Four of Wands. So for some of you guys, it might be related to your twin or your soulmate. And for others, it might be related to your family. Some of you guys might be burnt out. We have 10. Look, my burnt out. Look at right here, my burnt out card. You're burnt out. You're exhausted. The Moon. That's another listen to your intuition. And we have 9 of Cups. Spirit saying right now it's about self-care. Forget everybody else. And even if you have children right now, your priority right now is you. Because listen to me. If you collapse from exhaustion, if you're not there in that right frame of mind, they cannot benefit from that. You're going to be taking out all your stuff on them. Right now you have to prioritize yourself. You've got to take a break. Spirit saying right now it's all about you. And whatever you have to do to recharge, you have to do it. You have to do it. If it means going by bodies of water, going by the sea, Spirit is saying you got to do that. You have to get out there because you are overwhelmed. You're burnt out. And it looks like you're burnt out either from this journey or from some kind of family imperative. It's time to rest. And you'll find that when you're rest and you're rejuvenated, you're restored, then you're able to get those intuitive messages that they want to bring to you. But right now, you got to rest yourself. This could also be a message about meditation. Okay? I'm really meditating because when we pray, we talk to God. But when we meditate, we listen to God. So maybe this is also a card about meditating and taking that rest so that you're... Why am I shuffling this? I meant to pick up the booklet to read from the book. Maybe there's another card in here for you. Let me see. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. So that could be a card about meditation as well. I told you there's a new life. There's a new... Some of you may even be beginning the journey as a mom. As a mom. But this is new life that's waiting here for you. It's a card number 48, which reduced to 12, and then 12 reduced to 3, which is the Empress, which is the Divine Mother. So there's this new life that you're waiting to embark upon. You are in your Empress energy, standing in your power. But Spirit is asking you right now to rest. All right, let's see what these are about. Let's see this rest card. A card number 24. It says, look at it, meditation, prayer, withdrawal, retreat. Or culturally perverse notion that doing is the correct use of time, and that doing nothing is a complete waste of time, has indeed made us a sick society. Or your overwhelming desire to back off from this whirlwind of activity and take a break. Even throwing the towel altogether isn't crazy or unrealistic. It's a direct summons from the Holy Spirit to withdraw your attention from the outer world and reconnect with your soul. Your life is not to be frittered away in meaningless and unexamined activity. You came in with a purpose and specific soul intentions that are being neglected. I heard spiritual abdication. They're now knocking on your door, now knocking at the door of your attention, reminding you that you have commitments to keep, and it ain't about the material world. If you don't heed this call and begin to self-examine, you may even enter a dark night of the soul, a time when nothing feels meaningful. Listen to the Holy Spirit and open your heart to its direction. Take lots of time to be alone and get in touch with your soul. Write a journal, seek counseling, and pray. Allow yourself to be in direct contact with the guiding wisdom of the Holy Spirit on a daily basis. Withdrawing from the world, whether through contemplation, meditation, or even a sabbatical, is the most powerful way to use your time right now. The Holy Spirit is guiding you in your quiet moments. Its messages: make time for yourself. So Spirit saying, you have to clear your energy. You have to make that time. And I know it's very difficult, especially for those who have children. It's very difficult, but you have to find it. If you lock yourself in the toilet, whatever it is, Spirit saying you have to take that time right now. You need to get that rejuvenation. You need to connect with your inner self. You need to connect with Spirit. Now they're talking about the Divine Mother here. It's a card number 48. Let me see what's the message there for you. It says conception, pregnancy, children, birth. Whether you're a man or woman, your feminine, earthy side is in full bloom. The wishes, dreams, and desires you've carried in your heart are now gestating in the divine womb and are coming into fruition. If you're a woman, this signals a time of conception, pregnancy, and birth. If you're a man, it's a time for your creativity to take form in the real world. If you're married or partnered, this may signal that children are on the way. Whatever you seek to create, it is happening. The song in your heart will find its voice. The poetry will be expressed. Even your professional goals will find a home in which to grow. The Divine Mother, the fertile aspect of the Divine Feminine, is gracing your life right now. And with her influence, your artistic and creative expressions comes alive. If you've been feeling sterile, stagnant, and too controlled, she's here to loosen things up and get your creative juices flowing. Surrender your mind and allow your soul to come alive in her embrace. She's with you, and her influence is powerful. Her message here is new life is on its way. All right, so Spirit saying you're about to begin a new journey, and you're going to need guidance, and you're going to need to be rejuvenated. Okay, so you got to take that time to rest, commune with Spirit, meditate. Let us see if they have any other message surrounding these significators. We have the Six of Wands. Okay, so that can be victory. And they told you that whatever you want to manifest, whatever you want to create, to bring to this earth plane, it's happening. Okay, it's happening. Your victory is assured. All right, so let's see what other message we have. Oh, what's this? We have the Two of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. We have a Queen of Swords in reverse, Libra energy. That's a karmic. That's a verbally abusive karmic. It's also a karmic who has a lot of anxiety. We have the Hanged One, and it's so weird that it's actually a baby. And we have the Ancestral Path Tarot, which is a creator card in reverse. It usually symbolizes the Ace of Pentacles or your spiritual path, and it's in reverse. All right, so what's going on here? Spirit is saying you have been trying to manifest something. For some of you guys, it might be a project. For others of you, it might be a relationship. And for others of you, it might even be a child. Spirit is saying that the only thing that is holding this thing back from grounding is your thoughts right now. You overthinking everything. Okay? You need to give that mind a rest. Okay? You need to practice mindfulness and really monitor what you put your mind on a day-to-day basis, because remember, we manifest from our thoughts and feelings. So it can be that you want to manifest great love or a baby or some kind of project or abundance, and yet your mind is telling you these things can't happen, it's never going to happen, this person will never choose you, you're infertile, whatever you tell yourself in your mind, because it looks like your mind is running wild. Okay, Spirit is saying the only thing that's keeping this thing back from grounding is your thoughts right now. You're thinking too much. So Spirit is saying you have to get control of your thoughts. Okay, because right now they're doing you a disservice. The conflict that you have in your mind, okay, it's preventing this thing from manifesting. Right now you're confusing the universe, because you have this desire within you to birth this thing, but your thoughts are contrary to what you want to manifest. Let's pull some cards on this. We have Two of Swords, which talks about conflict, especially mental conflict. Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're thinking that this thing can never happen, whatever you want to birth, because there's some kind of pain and heartache surrounding this thing that you want to create. And you're thinking about the past and all the shit that happened in the past, and all the times when things didn't work out in your favor, and all the times that you were betrayed, and all the heartbreak and loss. It's Spirit saying, clear your mind. Seven of Cups in reverse. Clear your mind. Get that mental clarity. Okay? And stop thinking about all the hurt and pain from the past, because it's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you stuck. Let's see this Queen of Swords in reverse. Page of Swords. Spirit saying it's time to start from beginner's mind. You have to approach this with the trust of a child, okay? Whatever you're trying to build, it can be born. Including love, can be born in love, and in terms of abundance and the workplace, because there's this big shift that's happening for you. It's coming in for you. It's happening. This Ten of Pentacles that you want, it is happening, but you can't keep thinking about the past, okay? Now we have the Hanged One in reverse, and this usually talks about taking action and something bearing fruit, okay? And that's the Nine of Wands. So Spirit saying right now, stand in your power. Don't give your power away to negative thoughts or to toxic situations, or even toxic or even addictions, okay? Right now you have to stand in your power. Exactly. Seven of Pentacles. Don't invest in anything toxic. Don't give your power away to anything toxic. Don't give your power away to any kind of third party situation. Right now Spirit saying you have to get your mind and your energy clear. Focus on exactly what you want to manifest. All right. Let's see this ancestral path. Tarot in reverse. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. There's a solid offer that's coming in for you, but Spirit saying you are sabotaging it right now with your thoughts. For some of you, your person is with some kind of karmic energy, and they are frustrated in that situation because we have the Three of Wands in reverse. Three of Wands upright talks about patience. This person no longer has patience, but they might be holding on to some kind of comfort zone. Spirit saying they're eventually going to release this, so you just have to trust that reconciliation is going to happen. So there's no need for you to think the worst, okay? It is going to happen once you're able to clear your mind of all the negative thoughts that you have floating around there. Spirit, are there any other messages that Pile 3 needs to hear right now? I combined like 3 different decks together. So some of them are shadow cards, some of them are love cards. Let's see. Is there any other additional messages for you? Woo! Gosh. I'll take the first card. And the first card says interference. An external party is intruding on this relationship. So there's a message coming through directly about love. So there's some party that's intruding. For some of you, it might be energetic interference. For others of you, it might be more in the 3D, like an interfering parent or a karmic, okay? Because this Queen of Swords reverse is also a karmic, okay? And it could be that this message here might be about your person, that they also feel conflicted, okay? Because they have all kinds of thoughts running through their mind. But Spirit saying there's someone that's interfering in your connection right now. Spirit saying retreat. What's the first card that came out? Exactly. Time alone or in nature will help you recharge. So that message comes through again. I left you before you left me. So this person that you're dealing with, that you're connected to romantically, they may have chosen someone over you, but that is because they have some kind of abandonment wound, and they thought that in time you would have abandoned them, okay? Because you might have found out who they really are, and they think that who they really are isn't enough, okay? So instead of waiting to see how things played out, they just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna jump ship. I feel you even though we are apart. So they were running from this connection. They sabotaged this connection, but they couldn't get rid of the feelings. They couldn't get rid of the spiritual tie. So even now, you guys are apart, it's like you guys are still together because they're still feeling the same way. Yeah, they sold out this connection to the highest bidder. Okay, might have even chosen the material world over this connection. Sold out this connection to their affairs. I hid who I really am for you. Yeah, they were wearing a mask. And they thought eventually when you saw beyond the mask, you wouldn't want to be with them. So they decided, you know what? Bye. I'm getting out of Dodge. It says it's time for me to heal now. So I think that you have been on your own healing journey. And there's this beautiful life of abundance that's opening up for you. But Spirit wants you to take a rest now. But Spirit saying now is your person's time to be on their own journey. And for them to find out who they really are. Okay? And through finding out who they really are, they're going to realize that they are enough and they are worthy of your attention, your regard and love. And then Spirit says integrity. Does this situation align with your values and morals? So some of you may be holding on to maybe a job, maybe an intimate partner, and whatever it is, it just doesn't match up to who you now know you are, your philosophies, your thoughts on life. Maybe the job that you are in is not one that aligns with what you think is sustainable living or respect for the environment or something like that. Or maybe the relationship that you're connected to is maybe connected to third parties, or a person has addictions or something like that, and you've just been holding on because you didn't want to lose this person. This person right now, you have to make the decision that best aligns with your high vibration. Okay, let's see this interference card. We have Temperance. Okay, so there's some kind of karmic energy that's interfering in your connection right now. But Spirit says, don't worry, because you know what? Whatever you put out there, they're gonna get it back to tenfold. Okay, so they might be interfering, but Spirit says there's going to be justice in that situation. Okay, it looks like this person might be interfering because they feel like your lover might choose you and come towards you, so they're trying to prevent that from happening. Okay, but Spirit's saying this hater, in the end, they are going to be the one, and that's going to be depressed. Spirit's asking you to retreat now, to spend some time alone. Okay, time to walk away from all the things that don't serve you, whether it's a job, a friendship, a relationship, a partner, whatever it is. Spirit's saying you need to walk away in order to recalibrate. You have to honor yourself. Now let's see this card. I left you before you could leave me. Yeah, this person loves you. Knight of Cups. They have a lot of love in their heart for you, so never doubt that. Okay, but at the time, it looks like they weren't seeing things from a higher perspective, and they went with this karmic energy. This distorted Empress. They wore a mask. They were hiding their true feelings for you and ended up in some kind of karmic situation. Okay. Now they feel you. You guys are very much connected, okay? And that's why they're now freeing themselves from some kind of situation. Yeah, they're coming in to give you some kind of solid offer, but I think there's going to be a lot of drama that's going to happen before that solid offer comes in, because their decision to walk away from another situation that they are in is going to cause a lot of upheaval in their life. Yeah, they sold out this connection. Yeah, They were being really defensive. They didn't want to let you in. Okay. But now it looks like they're moving on. They've gone through this powerful transformation. They're realizing what they really want in their life. And it's not that structure that they built with someone else. They hid who they really were, because they didn't think that who they really were was good enough. Okay. So they were there hiding behind this mask. Okay. They weren't giving you any kind of commitment. Okay. They didn't want to get close to you. Okay. Even though that they really cared. They did. They really cared. They didn't show you that. So now it's time for them to heal. Okay. Especially if they were in and out of your life and in all kinds of player energy. They are going to be on their own healing journey. And at the end of it, they're going to be standing proud as the King of Pentacles. Their 2021 is going to be a very pivotal time. Or whatever year you're watching this reading, it's going to be a very pivotal time for your person. A lot of upheaval, a lot of tower moments. Okay, because Spirit wants them to release the things that no longer serve them, and for them to step into emotional integrity. Yeah, they have to follow their heart. Emotional integrity. They made a decision that was against their heart. Okay, so what's the final bit of advice from your spirit guides? What's the final bit of advice here? We have oath. So there's some kind of pledge that's happening here. It's a card number 49, which reduced to 13, which is the death card. So that's about transformation. So it looks like this person is committed to transforming here. So a lot of warrior energy coming through. Let me see what that's about. Card number 49. Okay. My lovely child, you have chosen the symbol for oath. This is a symbol for all promises, and it is a reminder to keep the ones that you have made. It says, an oath is never made lightly or in jest. Promises are meant to be honored. When you choose this symbol, perhaps it's time for you to look at how you have made your promises. Have you crossed your fingers behind your back, relinquishing the magic that binds you to your oath? Has anyone broken his or her promise to you? Let the person go. Don't hold on if somebody refuses to be honorable. You don't want this person in your life. For now, the most important promises you can make is to yourself. Promise to be kind, loving, honorable, and good. Do no harm. To belong to me, you must keep that promise. So Spirit is reminding you that right now the greatest promise you can make, or the greatest commitment you can make, is to yourself. Okay, and that's about self-care, setting healthy boundaries, and stepping into the most authentic version of yourself and having integrity. Because what that's going to do is going to ground the energies for your person and for your connection. All right, my loves, that was your reading. I hope that it helped you. Thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes. They all help the channel grow. And if you're able to go a step further and interact with any of the ads that may have played during this reading, that's beautiful energy exchange for me or for any reader that you may enjoy. Okay? All right, my loves, take care. Bye.